Okay, so let's bring in Ron Vitiello, former Border Patrol chief and former acting ICE director. Ron, I'll get your take, but I'll put it in the words of William in his report. He asked, was it negligence? Was it politics? Or do you think this was just a big mistake?
Well, I think like a lot of things, I think it depends on where you're sitting in this situation. The part what we all agree on is that this is very frustrating. You know, the border's been out of control for about the last 3 years. And these individuals, with their sense of entitlement, broke through this barrier, assaulted National Guard soldiers. And because of the politics and because of the rife between the state of Texas and Washington, D.C., there are people that are playing games on both sides. So I think it probably depends a lot about where the paperwork was filed. I wish them luck on the appeal, but the frustration is shared by all Americans. We all know that this should not happen on the U.S.-Mexico border in 2024, and it's only happening because this administration refuses to take their responsibility to secure that border.
So the El Paso district attorney didn't seem too happy with all of this. His name is Bill Hicks. Here's what he said about it.
It does not matter a person's immigration status. It does not matter if they are from this country or not. If you break the laws of the state of Texas, in particular in these riot cases, if you destroy property and you endanger lives, you will be held accountable.
So the district attorney wants these folks held accountable, but the judicial system somehow is kicking this case out.
Yeah, that's why we have 3 branches of government. They're supposed to balance each other. And so, you know, obviously he's committed to seeing justice here, but if the judiciary branch won't cooperate or is playing games, it's going to be a lot harder to do. Bottom line here is those people don't deserve to be in the United States. They don't deserve to walk free, you know, without justice after what they've done. And so I wish him luck in pursuing the appeal.
So, Ron, the Biden administration wants to announce tougher asylum standards as we watch, you know, so many people come across the border. There was also reporting this week that there might be some executive actions coming down the pipeline as well. Here's Senator Ron Johnson on what all of this really proves.
It just proves that President Biden has the authority to close the border if he wants to. We are looking for an enforcement mechanism to force President Biden to follow any agreement, but to use the authority he has to close the border. He simply doesn't want to. We are going to be dealing with the consequences of the Democrat and President Biden's open border for decades to come.
Ron, is that the answer? Just close the border? And what do you think those executive actions are going to entail?
Well, where's the baseline here? The baseline is that this administration has absolutely no credibility on this issue as it relates to what happens at the border. When Joe Biden took office, we had 45-year lows in activity of illegal migration on the southwest border. Senator Johnson is someone who knows this problem intricately, having been the chairman of Homeland Security and Government Affairs for many years, including when I was in government. And so he knows the issue, and he knows that the Biden administration in this case is doing too little, too late. And to his point, if the president wanted to fix this problem, at least make it smaller. He can't solve all the problems on the border, but if he wants to make this easier for the men and women, if he wants to give them the tools that they need to help secure that border, make this problem smaller, he can do it. He just refuses to do it because he prefers the chaos over control at our southwest border.
Yeah, last time they checked 190,000 people crossed the border illegally. That was during the month of March. It's down from the high of 300,000 in December. But we're just about to enter the very, very busy season, so we'll see how that goes. Ron Vitiello, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting me.